Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janelle and I am back with another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about rebranding and how to do so. Maybe you are going through like a serious transition in life. Maybe you just graduated high school or college and you're ready to embark on a new journey. You just got out of a relationship, or whatever the case may be, you are trying to rebrand. And well, girl, so am I. So I just want to share some tips with you guys on like what I've been doing through my rebranding process that I think that anyone can use to rebrand if that's what you're looking to do. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button so you're notified every single time I post a new video. If you like beauty and self-improvement for Black women, this is the channel for you. Okay.
Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free 1-month trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. Stay tuned for more details.
So yeah, I've been going through a rebranding both with my content, as a content creator and just as a person going through life in general. The first thing that I did when I decided that I wanted to rebrand is visualize exactly what I want my brand to be, who I want to emulate. I thought about what I want people to think, what I want people to feel when they meet me, when they see me. How would someone describe me, basically? How do I want someone to describe me? So first you want to think about what people already say about you. If you were to ask your friends to describe you in a paragraph or in a sentence, what would they say? Me personally, people say that I'm quiet, I'm an introvert. When you first meet me, I'm not super talkative. I'm definitely a you see me before you hear me type of person. I'm very chill, laid back, like I'm not super energetic and like outgoing and out there. I'm just very much a laid back and chill individual, and there's kind of like an air of mystery around me to people when I first meet them. Like I have a friend who he told me some people you meet them and you know everything about them and their whole entire life story in the first like 20 minutes. And that's okay, but that's just not me, like it's gonna take some time before I get super comfortable with you. That's what people say about me. And so I find nothing wrong with that. I actually I'm very cool with that air of mystery. I'm very I don't want to change that about me. So what I'm doing is just kind of taking that and becoming the best version of that and kind of emulating that in, the content that I create and the way that I dress, the way that I act. I guess you could say I don't know if it's even really rebranding or if I'm just becoming more true to myself. But it's still a rebrand because if I was living not very true to myself before and now I am, it's still a rebrand, right? Right. Okay. So basically figure out what you want people to think about you, period. Like that's it. People use these examples all the time, but what do you think of when you see the yellow M, the yellow arch? McDonald's. When you see the check sign, you see Nike. You think just do it. You think athleticism. You think giving something your all, dedication, like that's Nike. That's all the stuff that you think about when you think about that brand. That's kind of what you want to think about for yourself. What do you want for yourself is what you want to figure out. And then you want to go ahead and just write that down. Get out a pen and a paper. Do it right now. While you're here watching this video, get a pen and paper, write down what you want. And this way you can write it down, you won't forget it. You'll be able to hold yourself accountable. It's just really great to write it down and it'll stick in your brain and you'll just always remember it whenever you're making decisions in life. Now that you figured out what your brand is, what you want to portray, now you got to start working to shape yourself into that. Your mental, first of all, I think is the most important place to start, because what's inside will eventually shine through on the outside on its own. So like if you have certain behaviors and thought processes that, maybe aren't healthy, aren't productive, do not help you portray this person that you want to portray, then you gotta work on it, you know? A couple ways to do that is by therapy, reading if you don't already read, listening to audiobooks, watching videos on YouTube. Personally, I'm not in therapy at the moment. I definitely want to do it, but there's that. There's also online resources as well, like BetterHelp and all that stuff. This is not sponsored or anything, but this is just to help somebody out if you want to get in therapy and you don't necessarily know how to go about doing that. But that's besides the point. The point is therapy is definitely going to help if you need a mindset shift, if you need an unbiased opinion on what you have going on, an unbiased professional opinion on what you have going on inside of your brain. I have seen what therapy can do for people. One of my closest friends completely like transformed from therapy. Like her whole life just got so much better after she did therapy, and that was enough for me to be like, okay, yeah, I believe in it. I believed in it before, but like seeing it firsthand, like seeing somebody who struggled with their mental, with depression, anxiety, like seeing somebody struggle with all of that and then seeing them get into therapy, make the effort to better themselves and actually see the results of that is amazing. So like definitely recommend it, and definitely will be doing it myself when I have the opportunity. So therapy is definitely a great way to rebrand yourself. Also reading is, I don't think I need to really say this, but you know, it's like the best way to like open up your mind. One of the best ways to just open up your mind to new information, ways of thinking, you know. Self-help books, they get a bad rap, but they have their place, you know, they definitely do help. It's just like when you go overboard with them, it can start to turn into toxic positivity, which we don't want to do that. But there's definitely some value in self-help books. Some books that I really like and I think have really helped shape my mental in a positive way are Think and Grow Rich. That's like one of the first self-help books I ever read and changed my outlook on like business and finances. You know, I had a pretty good relationship with finances before because my dad is an accountant, but like it's still, as a Black person who didn't grow up rich, you know, you still kind of have these like money mindset blocks, and I think Think and Grow Rich kind of helps with that. Also, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a book that I'm currently reading. I've been reading it for the longest time. I have yet to finish it, but it just has really good advice, information on just how to be like a good leader, no matter what your personality type is, whether you're an introvert, extrovert, you know, what have you, whatever the case is. It just has really good advice on how to be a highly effective person, how to be a leader, how to draw people to you, how to get people to listen to you when you speak, you know, unless your brand is, you know, you're trying to be like a mime or something, I don't know, but like really good stuff in there that like you can actually apply in life. It's not just a bunch of like the secret mumbo jumbo, like metaphysical type stuff, you know, it's like actual solid things that you can apply in life. Also, The Art of Seduction, I would highly recommend for someone who's trying to rebrand themselves. So if you haven't heard of The Art of Seduction, it is just about the different styles of seduction, like, right? Is that how you would say that? The different styles of seduction? Something like that. Yeah, the different types of seducers, and it just goes in depth about each one of those types of seducers. You have like the siren, the rake, etc. So it'll kind of give you an idea of what kind of seducer you are. So you can look at it and say, okay, this is the type of seducer that I am, or that I relate to the most, or that I could see myself being. If you don't, you know, see yourself in any of them at all, pick one that you think that would fit you the best, and just kind of base your entire personality around that, kind of. Because when it comes to seducing, I know automatically the connotation is like sex, romantic relationships and stuff like that, but no, like you seduce your job interviewer. If you're like interviewing for a job, you're technically seducing that person to try to like hire you. You know, when you're making new friends, you kind of seduce them to be your friend. If you have a YouTube channel, you're seducing your audience to like follow you, you know, like it's how you draw people to you in any kind of regard. So I think that's a really great way to kind of, you know, get some insight into like what kind of seducer you are, or what kind of seducer you want to be, and model that. The last book that I just have to recommend to you guys is The Game of Desire by Shan Boodram. She is a sexologist, content creator. She talks about love, sex, and relationships. She has a YouTube channel. She's fantastic. Okay, I've been following her since I was like 19 years old, I think. I'm 26 now, so I'm a Shan stan, okay? But she has a book out and it's called The Game of Desire, and it's really great if maybe you just got out of a relationship or something, you know, and that's kind of what's kicked off your rebranding process. I don't know, maybe you're just trying to get into the dating game or you're jumping back into the dating game. I don't know. But if you are, I highly recommend The Game of Desire. It is a fantastic book for anyone, any millennial or even like an older Gen Zer who's trying to, you know, date out here, because it's hard out here. It's hard. Dating sucks, okay? Dating is really difficult, and she gives a really amazing formula to dating in today's world and in today's modern world. It's just fantastic. And even if you're in a relationship already, even if you're married, I still think it's a really great read. If you're trying to like renew the relationship, you know, get that spark back into the relationship or whatever. And it just overall just has some like really good self-improvement tips in general. So I think the book is great for anybody, but it's especially for the singles who are trying to get into the dating world and figure this shit out, honey, because child, it's ghetto, and she helps make it a little less ghetto for us, okay? Therapy, reading, just gathering information. The internet has a wide range. I need to shave. The internet has a wide range of like knowledge, so take advantage. With that being said, maybe as part of your rebranding, you want to learn some new skills. Maybe you want to hop into a new career. So that brings us to today's sponsor, which is Skillshare.
This video is all about rebranding, and what better way to do that than to learn some new skills? You know, maybe you want to start a new career or add on to your resume. And a great way to do that is through Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and skill level. Most classes are under 60 minutes. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. One of the classes I'm taking right now is by Cal Hislop, who has great classes for post-millennials like myself who are looking to learn about personal development, finances, entrepreneurship, and more. Right now, I'm taking his personal branding and marketing, secrets to entrepreneurship, networking, and social media marketing class, and it is awesome, guys. Let me tell you, with this class, I learned just how important personal branding is, no matter what industry you're in, whether in the corporate world as an employee or an entrepreneur. As you know, I'm rebranding, and this info has been super helpful for me. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads. And they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. With Skillshare, you can find inspiration in the moment and learn how to express your creativity. Don't forget to check the link in the description box, guys, where the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link will get a free trial of premium membership. Now back to the video.
So when it comes to rebranding, you want to start on the inside, of course, because that is what is going to shine through and, you know, help you kind of shape your outer appearance. So another thing that will definitely help you rebrand, just kind of clear your mental out, is to clean out your space and get rid of baggage, whether that be people, the people in your life, or actual material items. So for me personally, I don't attract a lot of toxic people. I just don't attract a lot of toxic people. I have a very high level of discernment. So luckily I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to cut people out of my life and stuff like that. Like, I'm just lucky in that regard, I guess. I don't know. Of course, sometimes I still end up in places that I don't necessarily need to be. So for example, I just had to remove myself from a situationship, I guess you could call it. We weren't in a relationship, but we were, I guess, dating, if you want to call it that. And I had to remove myself from the situation. I seen the toxicity coming like a bullet train, okay? I seen it coming and I just got out the way quickly, okay? So yeah, get rid of those people in your life who are holding you back from evolving, from rebranding. Maybe you have to get rid of some material things. Like me personally, I hold on to stuff. Like I just hold on to things for whatever reason. I attach sentimental value to literally anything. Like I will attach sentimental value to a napkin because I got it at my high school graduation party. Like, I don't know, like just dumb stuff. Like, it's like, okay, girl, you can throw away the napkin. Like, you have pictures, you have memories, you have, you know, your graduation cap. Like, you don't need to hold on to this napkin. You know, there's some things that you want to keep for the sentimental value, for the memories, like obviously like my graduation cap, but I don't need to keep the napkin. You know what I'm saying? Like, get rid of, like, detach yourself from these items. I'm really speaking to myself here, but just in case you're like me and you're the same way and you just can't throw things away, detach from it, girl. I promise you your life will be better for it. Okay. So a couple months ago, I also got rid of a whole bunch of my clothes. I went through my closet and just nixed like 70% of my clothes, to the point where like I didn't have any spare hangers, and now like there's nothing on my hangers. Like I'll show you guys a video. I just had a lot of stuff that I brought from out of my parents' house into my new apartment that should not have even come with me, like clothes from high school and just like all this just crazy stuff that I need to get rid of. Like, sis, you do not need to keep that band t-shirt that you got freshman year. Like, let it go. Like, you have your yearbook to remember those times. You'll be okay. Obviously, if it's super sentimental, if it's like maybe someone close to you that passed or something and you have like a t-shirt of theirs or something, yeah, hold on to stuff like that. But you know, your ex-boyfriend's t-shirt, like get rid of that, sis. Like that energy needs to go, you know. Get rid of that baggage, whether it's people or material things. Another thing is to maybe change your environment. So that also comes along with like getting rid of toxic people.
Hey y'all, so editing Janelle here, and I forgot to mention that not only do you want to like cut people out of your life that aren't helping you move forward, but you also want to try to get around some people that will help you move forward, or you know, that kind of match whatever you're trying to be. You know, they say you are who you hang around. So I don't want to focus too much on just cutting people out. Like, maybe you don't have to cut anyone out, but maybe you need to bring some people into your life. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to be like a rich bitch, then you need to get around some rich friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, you can't, if you hang around three broke people, you're gonna be the fourth broke person, basically. I'm sure y'all have heard that before, but I just wanted to, you know, make that known.
Change your environment, or maybe you can move to a different city. Like, if you have that option available to you, obviously we don't all have that option. Some of you may have kids, you know, you can't just pick up and go, or like family issues or whatever. But if you can, try moving to another city. It's not going to solve all of your problems, but you know, you'll get into a new space. Maybe you need to get away from your family for a while. Maybe you need to meet some new people in a new place. Maybe you just need a completely fresh new start. So the next thing and the last thing that I'm going to talk about is your physical appearance. So as much as we hate it, it is what it is, but your physical appearance is important. You know, it's the first thing that people see before they meet you, before they talk to you. They see what you look like first, you know, unless of course they're like blind or something. I'm not trying to be ableist, but like for the most part, your physical appearance is the first impression that you give to people. And that can be very important as it comes to your personal brands, how you dress. Figure out your style and kind of use your idea of like what you want your brand to be to mold your style, your fashion sense, or whatever, your appearance. So this is where like Pinterest boards and IG saves, bookmarks, whatever you want to call it, this is where all of that comes into play. Okay, I am a Pinterest girl. I love Pinterest. Like, for anything that has to do with like aesthetics and things like that, Pinterest is my girl. So what I do is I have a board of, you know, like different celebrities, influencers, other random people on the internet that styles I want to emulate. Not necessarily copy bar for bar, but you know, just kind of taking and mold it into my own little thing. What I try to do as well is match my style with my personality. Like, it's kind of going to happen regardless. Like, you're going to want to dress a certain way if you want to emulate a certain thing, you know. It's gonna kind of happen naturally. It should happen naturally, that is, If it's not happening naturally, then it's probably gonna feel forced. Me, as a very chill, like laid back person, I wear a lot of neutrals, browns, pinks, black, white. Like, I just love neutrals. I'm wearing a nude color right now. Like, I just, like, look at my background. Like, I just like neutral colors. And it fits my personality because I'm just very chill, you know, I'm very much easygoing. Like, I go with everything. I go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Just like neutrals. It goes with everything. Me, as that type of person, whenever I try to like step out and wear something like super bold and like bright colors, and like, it never feels right, and I never feel comfortable. Of course I can like step out and wear colors here and there, but like whenever I'm just like trying to be like super bold with whatever I'm wearing, it just doesn't feel right to me. So I just realized that I needed to stick within like my color palette, the color palette that I prefer, you know, which is nudes and stuff like that. And it just becomes easier to shop that way, and it becomes easier to form an entire aesthetic that way. It'll be easier to like pair other things together and just mix and match different outfits and stuff like that. Like, it just becomes so much easier. But if you are a energetic, like outgoing person, you love talking to people and you're just out there and you're crazy and you're cool or whatever, like, then maybe you like brighter colors, patterns, and just bolder fits, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you like that kind of stuff and it'll just come naturally to you. It'll just fit your personality and you're a whole brand. Like, you know, like, you are who you are inside and out. So like, your inside matches your outside matches your inside. Yes, like, with that being said, the celebrities who I choose, like the celebrities and influencers who are like on my mood board, kind of have personalities that I would say are pretty similar to mine, or at least what their personalities appear to be, because, you know, I don't know these people in real life. I don't know if they're just putting on or like what. I don't know these people for real, but, you know, the personality that they appear to be, the person they appear to be, I feel like aligns with me, who I am naturally. So it's just kind of easier to like emulate their style, because their styles usually match their personalities. You know, they have image consultants and PR people and stylists and people to like basically mold their image, and it's usually based on their personality. So, you know, I'm a regular girl. I ain't got no stylist or image consultant or none of that. So I'm just gonna let them spend the money on that and copy them. Basically, again, not bar for bar, but just like, you know, emulate, you know, and get inspired by. So for me, that's like Lori Harvey. I don't know why I said that so country. Lori Harvey, she's like very, you know, you see her before you hear her. People are always like, I never even heard this girl speak, and yet people got so much to say about her. Like Tiara Walker, she's very chill, laid back, like very humble, just very like, you know, she moved to LA. If you don't know who Tiara Walker is, go ahead and look her up. She's a YouTuber. So I feel like our personalities are kind of the same. She kind of gives off like introverted vibes, and she's just not, she's not all up in the mix. She's not in the drama. And I feel like our personalities are very similar. So I'll take her and the Lori Harveys of the world and put them all over my mood board, and then like find other people who kind of dress similar, and boom, there you go. You have like some inspo for your new wardrobe, for your hairstyle. Like maybe you want a signature hairstyle. Figure out what it is you're trying to go for and put it on your Pinterest board, honey. So yeah, again, it just becomes so much easier when you just match your style to your personality. It just comes way more naturally. And once you've done all of that, you like, everything is matching up and everything just becomes easier. And now you have a whole aesthetic. If you're trying to like brand your Instagram or your YouTube channel or whatever, like now that becomes easier, and just life just becomes easier, and you're becoming the best version of yourself. And who doesn't want that, you know? So that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Share this with your friends, and let me know in the comments down below what other kinds of videos you guys want to see from me. I just like to, you know, get some input from you guys, incorporate it into my channel so I can do what you want to see. All right, and that's it. Don't forget to follow me on social media, guys. My handle is @JanelleSequiraXO. All the information will be in the description box down below. I will see you in my next video. Bye.